All right, so I'm Blake, and my background is actually in iOS development. That's what I specialize in my career, and starting out, I played a role in several different startups, helping them launch their apps for the first time, and I've also had opportunities to work with larger organizations such as T-Mobile and Nike. At T-Mobile, I was a senior engineer and I had the opportunity to play a role in rolling out some cool software that they now use in all of their retail stores in the country. So yeah, now if anybody goes into a T-Mobile store and when you put your credit card into the payment device that they have, some of the software that I wrote is responsible for encrypting and keeping your credit card data safe, which was a great learning experience. I enjoyed that very much. And at Nike, I had many opportunities to rub shoulders with some of the best engineers in the world, I would say. And we were encouraged to learn and develop software using the latest and greatest technology that Apple has to offer. And many times we were responsible for developing and innovating in such a way that we would create new architectures and kind of share and teach other engineers in the organization, what's out there. And I found that to be extremely enjoyable. And my favorite thing about all this experience is it leads up to where I'm at now, and that's Blake Technologies. And now I have the opportunity to share what I have learned so far and help others grow in their careers and give them the tools that they need to succeed. So I'm extremely excited for Blake Technologies and its future. So Blake Technologies is different from the competition, the other software schools that are out there in multiple different facets. One of which is the technology itself. We teach, in iOS, we teach Swift UI, which is Apple's preferred UI, user interface, development framework. And I have not seen any other of the iOS schools out there teach that, which is pretty awesome because that is the framework that is used to develop for the Apple Watch exclusively and now the Vision Pro exclusively. So we have some pretty cool opportunities. Our students will be able to graduate and be able to build virtual reality apps if they want. Our school offers instruction given by senior engineers. So that is one way that I think is absolutely important for a learning experience as a student. I know in my education, a little bit in college as well as in technical programs, learning from somebody that is experienced is the world of difference over somebody that maybe had just graduated and is now teaching what they just learned. It's exactly like that saying, if you can't do it, teach. Those are the wrong teachers to learn from. You want to learn from somebody that actually either is currently working in the industry or has experience in at a high level working in the industry. I mean, we teach you how to be self-sufficient in your learning process. It's impossible for any organization to teach one person everything about technology when 6 months later there's going to be another update. So the skill is not about knowing. It's not knowing everything. It's about learning how to learn everything. The skill is being able to learn and solve problems that you come up against rather than knowing the answers to everything. Several of the things that I really wish I had when I was in the beginning of my career was being taught how to interview and how to perform well when I'm trying to sell my skill set to potential employers. So as part of the curriculum at Blake Technologies, you'll actually have a 4-week job prep course working directly with senior level engineers and professionals in the industry that we're going to walk you through and show you and practice with you everything that you need to know to master the interview process and be confident in that interview process. Now, this is the golden nugget, I believe, in Blake Technologies. For the iOS course, before you graduate, you actually have the opportunity to work with up to 5 different real client projects. And the reason why this is a big deal is because The biggest problem that any graduate has, whether it's from college or any program out there, is experience. And unfortunately, it's pretty much the main deciding factor for any employer in the technology industry. Because, as a software engineer, you kind of have your hands deep into the core business of that company a lot of times, and it's very hard to trust an engineer that doesn't know what they're doing or doesn't have any experience. So we're very proud to include in our program opportunities for engineers to actually work with real projects that businesses in their local areas or in the country benefit from directly. Imagine graduating school and you have a full resume worth of actual experience. That's sort of what we offer. So Blake Technologies, the iOS course, offers both the self-paced and the full-time versions of the course. For the full-time, it is exactly that. It's for 5 months. You are in the class every day, most of the day. So there's daily instruction given by senior engineers. You're going to have paired projects every day, and you're going to be learning day in and day out everything that there is to know about building iOS apps. The self-paced course is sort of self-explanatory, but it contains all of the same content in the full-time course, only you get to decide how you consume it and when you consume it at your own pace. The self-paced course also includes opportunities for you to work on real client projects. You will work with a senior instructor throughout your self-paced journey, and whenever you feel like you need help or assistance, you have the opportunity to schedule help and assistance with your instructor. Generally, if you are persistent and consistent about your consumption in the self-paced course or your journey, it will generally take about a year for somebody to finish. And that means having your own app on the App Store and having some experience working on different client projects that we have at the time, and being able to go through a self-paced version of the job preparation course, helping you mount your resume and talk to recruiters and all that. That's a very common question, and it's also the one that people are scared to ask because they're kind of scared to receive the answer. I know I was, and because there's a definite stigma out there that people assume that you have to be incredibly smart and incredibly talented at math and science and problem-solving skills, and it's just not the case. I think for our course, you just need to be 18 years old. You need to be a citizen with the Social Security. And really it's just about the strong desire to learn how to build apps. If you are the type of person that can dedicate themselves to solving a problem once you face it and getting through to the end of something, that's really all that you need. We are here to help. We are here to help and teach. It's not a course that is easy, but it's a course that anybody can do if they dedicate themselves. And the rewards are incredible. It changed my life, and I think that, just like somebody like me that had no experience or no knowledge to start, I'm sure, I think anybody can do it. I truly believe that.